Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Hector Bellerin thanks Mikel Arteta for letting him go. With it just a year left on his current deal, Arsenal will have to make a decision on Hector Bellerin, whether to give him a contract extension or let him leave. The former situation looks unlikely as the 27-year-old is enjoying his football in Spain with Real Betis. He was an instrumental figure in their Copa del Rey glory, beating Valencia 5-4 on penalties, which ended a 17-year trophy drought for Real Betis. The Spaniard quickly settled to the backline of Betis and has ended up making 31 appearances with the Spanish side. According to Goal, sources close to the 27-year-old speak of a player who has found his love for the game again after some tough times with Arsenal, on and off the pitch. Bellerin was unhappy during his final season at Arsenal, and after a decade in London and in the Premier League, he wanted to return to Spain. Speaking in the Wrighty's House podcast, the Betis man said, "Mikel knew it was nothing to do with football or the club. I was very happy that Arsenal gave me the opportunity to let me find what I was looking for. You could see at that time it wasn't working for any of us." He continued, "It was clear in my head what I needed and I'm happy that it's fulfilling itself. I'm happy." Although Mikel Arteta hasn't ruled out the possibility of him returning to the Emirates Stadium, that outcome looks unlikely, especially after the way things have gone in the past few years. Bellerin is a genuine bloke who just wants to enjoy his time on the pitch before it comes to an end, and we at Arsenal can only wish him all the best for that. Real Betis are said to be ready to buy Hector Bellerin. London journalist Charles Watts is reporting Betis now aim to buy Bellerin outright. Betis will seek to do business for £5 to £10 million with Arsenal for the right back. This season, Bellerin has made 5 assists in 31 matches for Real Betis. Charles Watts thinks Nketiah could soon join Premier League rivals. Charles Watts believes Arsenal are probably fighting a losing battle with regards to Emile Nketiah's future at the Emirates Stadium. Nketiah's contract runs out in the summer, and for much of the season, he has struggled for game time under Mikel Arteta. Prior to the Premier League meeting with Southampton in April, Nketiah hadn't started a single Premier League game this season. The 22-year-old has made it clear he wants first-team football. There have been offers of a new contract. Nketiah told the Beautiful Game podcast in April, "But at the moment, my aim is to play football and play regularly." Since then, Nketiah has started the Gunners' last Premier League games and has done very well. He scored a brace against Chelsea and looked much improved in the wins over Manchester United and West Ham. In the space of a few weeks, Nketiah has gone from a player seemingly surplus to Arteta's requirements to one who could be Arsenal's future up front. But Watts, speaking on his YouTube channel, believes the high-end graduate has made up his mind. The Goal.com correspondent also says he wouldn't be surprised if Nketiah joined Premier League rivals Crystal Palace. Mikel Arteta extended his Arsenal contract until 2025. Arsenal has extended Mikel Arteta's managerial contract until 2025. The decision comes following what has been a largely impressive season. Despite starting slowly and finding themselves way down in the Premier League table, Arteta and his Gunners side turned their fortunes around and now find themselves clear favourites to qualify for the Champions League next season. With Arteta having a clear philosophy when it comes to his side's playing style, as well as the type of signings the Londoners should be making, extending his stay in the country's capital will provide more stability to a club that finally appears to be on the up. After extending his contract, Arteta told Arsenal media of his aims for the near future with this side, to take the club to the next level and to compete really with the top teams. Arteta exclaimed, "In order to do that, we have to be playing in the Champions League. We have to be able to evolve the team, improve our players, improve all departments, generate even more connection with our fans, improve the atmosphere at the Emirates, be able to recruit top talent and the best people for this club to drive this project to that level." The boss has been consistent with his aims and what he wants and expects from the club and his players, and the above is very similar to his previous comments, although his mention of adding top talent to this side is a new phrase from him. Qualifying for the Champions League could well play a huge role in helping us to bridge the gap on those at the top of the table, whilst helping us to keep ahead of the chasing pack as we look to secure consistent top 4 finishes in the coming years, and this summer could well be the most important one of the coming transfer windows. Arsenal needs the Champions League football to lure Bundesliga midfielder Florian Grillitsch. This will be an important summer transfer window for Arsenal, and they have already started working on targets. Edu has helped Mikel Arteta to sign some of the finest players around since he became the club's manager. Both of them will combine to add more quality players to the group at the end of this season. They will splash the cash on some targets, but they could also get value from signing others from the free agency market. One of the soon-to-be free agents they are targeting is Florian Grillich, as he prepares to leave Hoffenheim at the end of this campaign. The Austrian is accomplished as both a midfielder and a centre-back, which means he would be valuable to the current Arsenal team. Sports Bild, as reported by Sport Witness, claims the 26-year-old is one of Arsenal's main summer target. However, he wants to join a club that is playing in the Champions League when he leaves his present employers. If we qualify for the Champions League or the Europa League by the end of this season, we would want to impress in either competition. With that in mind, we need a big squad, so a move for Grillitsch makes sense. He might not be a regular starter, but he would offer us more options in different competitions. Arsenal prepared to pay 75 million euros for Bundesliga star Musa Diyabi. Musa Diyabi is one of the attackers Arsenal wants to add to their squad as they plan for an overhaul of their playing staff in the summer. The Frenchman has 12 goals and 11 assists from 30 league games for Bayer Leverkusen this season. This stats makes him one of the most productive attackers in Europe, and he might leave the Bundesliga side before the next season. Vigages.net claims he's one of the attackers Arsenal wants to sign, and the Gunners have no problems spending a lot of money on him. They know the competition for his signature has driven the price up, and he can only move to the Emirates for a good fee. It remains unclear how much the club will make available to Mikel Arteta when the transfer window reopens. However, the report claims the gaffer is prepared to pay 75 million euros for Diaby's signature. We need more than one new attacker, so a move for Diaby would be great. However, we need an accomplished striker who will cost a lot of money, so it makes little sense to spend this much on the former PSG man. For a reasonable fee, he would be a great player to add to our team, otherwise he's simply too expensive. Fabrizio Romano has just shared fresh Paulo Dybala transfer update. Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle United and Liverpool are just 4 of the clubs linked with Paulo Dybala ahead of the summer transfer window. ESPN recently reported that the Gunners have made contact with the Argentines representatives over a potential swoop. Meanwhile, Corriere dello Sport claimed that Spurs are once again interested in Dybala after nearly landing him in 2019. The same outlet claimed in a different report that Eddie Howe's Magpies have registered an interest in signing the 28-year-old. And last December, Calcio Mercato reported that the Jurgen Klopp's Reds were monitoring Dybala. Arsenal, Tottenham, Newcastle and Liverpool are far from the only teams reportedly eyeing one of this summer's soon-to-be free transfers. However, Gazzetta dello Sport reported this week that Dybala had agreed to join Inter Milan after having a discussion with the Nerazzurri hierarchy last week. The likes of Inter Milan, Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund and Atletico Madrid are reportedly eyeing him too. Now, Fabrizio Romano, speaking on Rio Ferdinand Presents 5, have provided a fresh update on the Dybala situation. Co-host Stefan Hauson asked him about the Inter speculation. "Yes, we have many rumors in Italy on that one," replied Romano. And his agent yesterday denied these rumors. "We had in some papers of an agreement completed with Inter, but for sure it's a possibility. Inter are interested in Paulo Dybala, then it depends on players they will sell in the summer. Marotta, the Inter director, is the same director who was at Juventus and who signed Paulo Dybala from Palermo. So the connection is really strong. He's now available on a free, and that's why Inter are really interested in him. But it's still not yet a done deal. We had rumors about Borussia Dortmund today, but I'm told that is not a possibility. Let's see what happens with some clubs from Spain, maybe from France, but in Italy, Inter are really interested and they are keeping tabs on Dybala. but it's not yet a done deal, so I would keep the situation open. It will be one of the big free agents in the coming weeks. He'll need to make a decision because he will 100% leave Juventus. Arsenal hold firm interest in signing Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal might be keen on signing Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City this summer, but things might not be as far down the line as some fans might hope. Reports recently have suggested Gabriel Jesus is the main target for Arsenal when it comes to signing a new striker. However, while some have suggested talks are underway, the Telegraph has stated that, as yet, there has been no approach from anyone in an official capacity for the Brazilian. It's claimed that the Gunners to hold a firm interest in Jesus, but up to now at least, they've not spoken to City. The striker was part of the starting 11 this week for City as they lost in Madrid to miss out on a second successive Champions League final. Indeed, his withdrawal was seen by some as a key moment in allowing Madrid back into the game. Jesus has been dubbed as a world-class talent by his current teammate, Ilkay Gundogan. He certainly fits the bill for Arsenal anyway, who are looking for a proven striker who can do it at Premier League level. The Brazilian has 13 goals and 12 assists this season so far. He's made over 200 appearances for City and is approaching the 100 goal mark as well. While the Gunners need to be ready to strike as soon as they can, the season isn't even over yet, so a level of patience could also be required. There is no doubt that Gabriel Jesus improved this Arsenal team. He's proven at Premier League level, is still young so can improve further, and has played under one of the best coaches in the world football. The big test for Arsenal will come in getting the deal done. They missed out previously on Dusan Vlahovic and others, and they simply can't afford for that to happen this summer. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.